You're watching eZWay TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com.
eZWay Network presents your favorite stars. From the positive paparazzi, we're doing it the easy way. It's your celebritunity to red carpet access. From interviews that matter, from celebrities, influencers, and entrepreneurs, networking you for your success. Eric Zuley gives his fans, eZWay family, eZWay TV subscribers, social media followers, eZWay supporters, the best of Eric Zuley interviews.
Hey guys, welcome to Easy Talk Live. We're back. Can you believe it? We went on hiatus for a little bit now, and now we're back. We're back professionally, back with the whole broadcast professionalism. And what better way to make a comeback than to celebrate my dad's birthday? 8/6/49. James Zuley, Easy's dad, the one you guys all love. We needed to support him and have fun with the eZWay family, have fun with you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in my dad here and say happy birthday to my dad. Happy birthday. Woohoo!
Hi everybody.
All right. Hey Dad.
Thank you for tuning.
They're ready for you. Dad, so I just wanted to say that can we hear you? We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure this sounds good. I just wanted to say I love you. The eZWay family loves you. Pepper J's on right now. She says happy birthday, Jim.
Hi Pepper.
I know the eZWay family loves you a lot. Everybody loves you. And you've done so much for so many. And you just give. You give, and then you give some more. And even when you're in a situation where you're in the hospital, or you're dealing with cancer, or you're just dealing with problems, you still give. You still try to help people. It's your birthday. I have to ask you, why do you do that? Like, why do you put everybody in front of your own importance always?
Why do I do it? Well, it's all about caring, caring for people. And what's the most important commandment, right? The most important commandment is love God. Well, the second most important is love your neighbor, have care for your neighbor. And it's just like a nourishment. When you reach out to people, it's a good feeling. That's all I can say. It's a good feeling. And I just try to keep up and keeping a positive attitude with everything. And like Eric said, it's not just your faith, but it's the belief in that faith. So, and I'm very proud of what you've accomplished, and the family you built, and the friendships. It is a very gifted and talented family you put together. Very caring. And that's what it's all about in the end, when the smoke clears and all the deals are done, and whatever happens, it's that little band of friends that you have, or big band, however it turns out. That's what it's all about. And we find that as years go on, is when you can turn around and have some good friends.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I think it's God. I mean, God just supports you in ways I've never seen before.
Absolutely.
And it's just really awesome that you do that for all of the eZWay family and so many people. So you're the spin to win man. I think Dad, you're becoming the famous wheel of opportunity, spin to win man. If you look, guys, there's the wheel of opportunity. And that, yeah, that's something that if you guys don't know, that's something you can get over $10,000 in marketing for free when we do those broadcasts and those spin to wins.
No, it's all been fun. It's all been exciting, and what you've built, they call you the digital Dick Clark. I call you the digital Elon Musk. I mean, you're always going to another planet. It seems you find these new platforms that are created, and you either improve on them or create your own. So maybe you'll wind up on Mars someday. Who knows?
Well, I'm just trying to make you proud, and I'm proud that Easy Talk Live is back now. I mean, we're going to be bringing Easy Talk Live back. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with Easy Talk Live, especially with our members, our platinum members, our platinum members. We're going to do some real special live interviews, broadcasts, and whatnot. But you, Dad, I mean, it's your birthday today, and I wanted to just really let you talk and tell your story, and just really kind of hang out with the eZWay family, and like, really don't talk about me, don't talk about anybody else, talk about you. Today's your day. Today is a very special day. John Michael Ferrari's on here, and he says happy birthday, Mr.
John. Music.
And guys, and if John Michael Ferrari is one of our platinum members as well. He's been doing a lot of really cool performances with us. He's one of our celebrity performers on the big event at the end of this year, the virtual summit and awards golden gala and concert. But yeah, Dad, I just want to give you the screen and just give you the opportunity to just really tell people about your background, your story. You're from Chicago. You're with the Knights of Columbus. You work with all these different veterans, but you have so many like degrees and so much accolades and so many things behind you, and so many people support you. I really want this broadcast to be the opportunity for people to get to know you and you to celebrate your birthday. And guys, please press the share button. Help us, put this out there. Help us spread the word. And let's support my dad on his birthday. Post your comments. If you have any questions, if you want to say anything for his birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and give the screen to you, Dad. And I want you to really just let everybody know who you are and your story.
Okay. I went to Catholic, my parents sent me to Catholic school for about, 9 years or so, going way back. And I just enjoy business. And I had gone to college after high school, and then I wanted to, as I was going to college, I wanted to, I was thinking about possibly moving to California to finish. And I had, I thought, well, the military's coming up, and I wasn't drafted. My number was far too high. I would have never been drafted. But I wanted to play my part, so I enlisted, and I went to enlist in the Marine Corps, and my brothers were in the Marines, and I thought I'd follow suit. And I had waited a couple hours, and the office was closed there, but there was other offices, Army, Navy, Air Force. So I went down to get a Coke, and I met a gentleman there who was an Army recruiter, and we were talking for a while. He said, "Do you ever think of the Army?" I said, "Well, I'm open, So we talked, and I wound up enlisting in the Army and becoming an MP, which I thought was kind of cool. My father was on the Chicago Police Department for a long time. So when I got out of the military, I went back home and got on the fire department. Had a choice between fire and police, and fortunate enough to get on a lot of applications. So I got on the fire department, but as I was on the fire department, I wanted to still finish college. And there was a little problem because you work 24 hours and you're off 48 and so on and so forth. So what I did was I could either take fire science courses, or I would have to take time off of the fire department to go to classes. It just wasn't working. So I had left the fire department, which was a big decision because it's a pretty secure job. But I thought, well, I didn't just want a secure job. I wanted something that I could invest my time and life and possibly a gamble or something, but look into my own business. So I moved to California and went to college. What happened was I liked real estate. And if you're going to invest in real estate, why not California? So I bought properties down in the Gulf Coast. And my first one was in Illinois. Then I bought in California. And then I worked down southern Florida, down around Inglewood, bought a few properties down there. But each property had to be unique because of the baby boomers leaving the Midwest. They would be retiring down south. They call them snowbirds. So why not buy property in areas that have not been developed yet? So I would buy properties that weren't built. They were just, the builders were developing certain areas. So I'd buy them then. By the time, like a condo complex or a townhome, by the time it was finished, it would be a year later. So that had appreciated in that last year, and you're buying a brand new property. So there's no problems with the bank and so on. Okay, so I finished up. Each property had to be unique. It had to be either an ocean view or on the golf course or something like that. So then I moved up to the Gulf Coast, North Gulf Coast, and I had purchased about about six or seven properties there. Two were on the beach itself. One was on a waterway, one was on a golf course, and so on. So I have that locked in. But if you want to give God a laugh, tell him your plans, right? So here's my real estate. And along I met a lady named Katrina, and she changed everything. So like we say, if you want to give God a laugh, tell him your plans. You know, we've said that before. So what happened was this Katrina was going towards New Orleans, and it made a right turn because it must have found out where my properties were at, and it hit that area, the Biloxi North Gulf Coast. So that took out these properties. And then the southern area of Florida was hit with the recession area. You know, it was hard to rent anything. But then I remember my father saying, you know, I'm watching these properties all disappear. But he said, you think you have troubles till you lose your health. I'm thinking, okay, I lost a lot of properties, whatever. I still have a few left. And we just keep going from there. Well, then 8 or 9 months later, I forgot exactly. Doctor says, you know, I had a little bump, and he said, do you want to know your diagnosis? I said, sure. He said, well, you have a very aggressive form of lymphoma. And then he looks down on the floor and he shakes his head and he said, this will be very tough to beat. And they're all doom and gloom in there. And I said, well, good. And he looked at me and I said, I've got a very aggressive immune system that's very tough to beat. And the old doctor walked out laughing. He said, that's the attitude you need, you know. So that was about 13 years ago. And then about 3 years ago, it came back again. This time said, well, you have multiple forms of lymphoma, and they're not very extremely tough to beat. And they would have to give me a regimen of chemotherapy that would be off the charts, and it would be difficult for my system to handle that. And I said, well, I could see that if it was a damaging chemo. I said, but I'm getting the healthy chemo. That's why I looked at it. It's not a denial thing. It's not, you know, it's just an attitude. Everybody can have an attitude. Yes, it's very serious. You have to deal with chemo. They say, oh, chemo. But I didn't look at it like, oh, chemo is so bad. I looked at it, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Chemo at this point is my friend, and it's helping, not hindering. And I looked at it as like a vitamin. And they gave me 8 different types of chemo. They explained how the chemo would damage your heart and your kidneys and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, I could see that would happen if I was getting that bad stuff, but I'm getting good. They looked at me. I think they were ready to send me to the psych ward. But that's how I looked at it. And after 950 hours, a lot of the guys got like 30 or 50 hours. They had to give me 150 hours at a time, 24 hours a day. And after the 150 was done, you get a week off or so, and then another 150. We got up to about 950. But I never had an upset stomach, never had a headache, because I looked at this stuff as like, this is good for me. Of course, nobody wants that, but, you know, watch the diet, stay away from the sugar, so on and so forth. You don't want to go there. But if I had to go there, I made the best of it. Anyway, from there, I moved down to it went into, he said, we got to send you to Washington for another 300 hours. And I said, we've done quite a bit. Why don't we take a break? And this is the head oncologist. And he said, well, I never really debated this, but he said, okay. So we waited for about 3 months before we went into another regiment, which would have brought me up to 1,000, maybe 1,200 hours. And I went back there and he said, I'm glad we didn't send you because you're in full remission. So that worked. From there, I've been working over the last 20 years with Eric and what he's put together. But like I say, as far as that goes, with the bottom line, it's you have to deal with something, but keep a positive attitude. I put it in the Lord's hands, and you have to have faith. You have to believe, and I just put it in his hands. I said, this is what I have. I'll put it in your hands. And I felt very comfortable, very confident. The funny thing was I went back to say hi to I had the top oncologist. When I was at the hospital, they put me right by the nurse's station, and I was an example for all the doctors that come in to see how does the body handle that much chemo. Well, Dad, I went to visit my doctor, and he was about 15, 20 years younger than me. And he's the top cancer doctor at the VA hospital. I couldn't believe it. I said, oh, where's Dr. Snoddy? He said, oh, he passed away. He passed away from cancer. I couldn't believe it. And there are several of my nurses that were dealing with that too. Well, anyway, moving forward, while I went through that, we got that done. But going back 18 years or so, watching what Eric built, going to Hollywood, starting from scratch, while he went into all the Hollywood and the carpets and so on and so forth, he also learned computer. Well, he knew I had him on the computer at 3 years old, but he would implement everything he did. He would implement every fraction of that, every variable, and how he could build and create from what he was dealing with. But on the carpets, he created a new type of, even using his camera with this little camera he had. And it's like everywhere there was an improvement. And then we had a little recording studio he built here. And the guy said, well, if you're going to do this music freestyle stuff, you need beats. And then you have to buy the beats. Well, he had notebooks full of how he created his own beats and implemented that into the computer. Guy came over and he said, where'd you get all this? He said he built it himself. And that went on to his eZWay broadcasting, eZWay network, eZWay TV, which started at least 18 years ago. The eZWay WTV with the carpets, he had hundreds and hundreds of people and celebrities talking about, you're watching WTV, you're watching eZWay TV, whatever it was. We had so many, hundreds and hundreds of tapes. But he got that up to 14 million viewers. And that's not bad for the new guy in Hollywood. But he doesn't want me to talk about him. So he wants to talk about me. So I got involved with,
Dad, can you hear me?
Afterwards, I got involved with a lot of military organizations and with the DAV. And they're a good group. You don't have to be a disabled veteran. These are good people. Any veteran can join that. They do a lot of good situations for people. They help people with housing and everything. Then I was on with my church, the Knights of Columbus, and they're just constantly on a mission to help people all over the world. And then we had the American Legion. And these are just good groups of people. They even have an American Legion Riders group, which I know a lot of people wouldn't want me to get involved in that. I'd love to. Disappointment-wise, guys, I did say that I had a couple goals for. Anyway, the chemo, I said that it all went well, except there are some battles. The dental is going to be an issue, and I lost my hair, got it back. But other than that, I had some goals set, and I talked to Pepper one time about this. I sent her a text. Look, it's very simple. I mean, we got to drink water, especially when you get older. You're going to fall apart if you don't drink water. You don't have to go to the gym, spend thousands of dollars. Just do some twists, do a couple of twists and things, do a few little exercises here and there through the week. Try to have a couple of vegetables. You could work on my diet. My diet was basically Wendy's, chocolate chip cookies, the burgers and corn pops. They say you are what you eat, right? So I'd rather be a chocolate chip cookie than a cabbage.
Yeah,
but I did change that. I got into good foods,
Can you hear me?
Okay, so we're going to take a break now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you barely. Just
okay. That's why you could you. I was talking about. I want you to talk about your college background and all the hard work that you've done to be as smart as you are now, and like talk about like the accolades that you have, because this is your birthday. This is the time that I really want people to really know who you are. It's not about me, and thank you for all the wonderful love, but let's make this really about you. I want the eZWay family to get to know you today.
So, it basically, the way in which you think determines the outcome on this stuff. And, with the properties and, like my father told me, I was thinking when I went through the,
oh, did you press mute or something? All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break here. And then when we come back, we will be back with my dad and his happy birthday solutions.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, eZWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercials, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with eZWay, Eric, for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit eZWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at eZWay Network, Twitter at eZWay Broadcast, and YouTube at eZWay TV.
All right, guys, we're back. Easy Talk Live. And I want to remind you, if you are interested in being interviewed like this, like you're watching, this is available to our platinum members. So if you're a platinum member, contact us. Or we do offer a service to interview you like this that goes out to all of our broadcasts, everything that we do, and goes on Roku, Apple, Amazon Fire, as well as all of our mobile devices on our mobile app. So we're going to be back now with my dad, James Zuley. Hello, Dad. Happy birthday. Back with us.
Hi, guys.
Okay, there you are. So let's get back to your story, Dad. And we just had a little bit of technical difficulty there, but we fixed everything. So you were telling us about your accolades, college degrees, and everything.
Also, talking about yourself,
Also, too, before we start, I want to say, Bill Brown says, great DAV. Yeah, a couple of vegetables. Yes, your example, Jim, is to enjoy the life. That's why you're great, and you always giving. And Issa McKnight says Eric talks a lot about Eric talk to a lot of celebrities. I was there. I remember it well because he was our chauffeur. Remember, Issa was our chauffeur and riding us around Hollywood. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into your story. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. There's a lot of people actually that message on the Facebook message. By the way, shout outs to Mariana and Kimberly Boynton, Kat, Marianne, Sarah Coleman, and so many other of the eZWay family are tuned in and watching and supporting you. So back to your story, Dad.
Okay, and I want to thank everybody for taking the time on their Saturday. This is really nice. I'm not used to, the tension thing, but anyway, thank everybody. I thank you all for the birthday wishes. So just going back to the property thing, it's if you have stuff and you lose it, whether it's stocks or real estate or whatever, it's ours temporarily. That old adage. I mean, we have it. We say, look what we got, and then we got to give it to somebody else, or it's time for us to go. And there's only one thing we take with us when we go, and that's our little spiritual travel bag, all the good and bad things we did in it. And then someday by God, and we open it up, and hopefully more good things will come out of the little bag. But anyway, I remember my dad, when I lost these properties, it was about 7 or 8, 3, I don't know how many. And it takes a while to put them together. And I thought this would be a nice little retirement. So whatever, they're gone. And my father said, well, you think you have troubles until you lose your health. Well, then what happened so many years later with the lymphoma came along, I changed my father's words of wisdom, and I hope he doesn't get upset. I changed one word. He said, you think you have troubles till you lose your health. And I changed that to, you think you have troubles till you lose your faith. Going through life without faith, that's not a good thing. So anyway, Eric mentioned the schooling and stuff. Yeah, I had a lot of different, I went to Triton Junior College. I went to Wilbur Wright College in Illinois, studied various things, and I studied the paramedic situation for the fire department, the EMT it's called, and the fire science. And out here, I went to Santa Ana Junior College, got my liberal arts degree. Then I went to Cal State Fullerton, studied. I had a psychology major. The words were too long for me. There are too many different ways of doing things. You'd go to one class and they had their theory, and you go to the next class, study the same theory, but everything was up in the air. So I switched my minor. My actual major I finished with was communications and business theory and process communications. But I went to special education, and I worked with the special ed department. And my thesis was the after effects of alternative stuttering therapy. And what that means is, in stuttering, there's various ways of working with it. And my paper was on the after effects of that, because sometimes people can be a stutterer and they know they're accepted by people, but then when they're cured, they don't get along the same. It's complicated for them. So my paper was on the after effects, but on alternative methods, the flower technique and all that, whatever. And I just, while I was going through school, I always liked the business aspect, and I had various businesses. And the most exciting one, of course, is when I came across working with Eric. And it was kind of fun too, because I met a lot of interesting people, not just celebrities, but people back in my day, and maybe Pepper might remember, and John. I'm not going to mention all the names, but there are people that I don't know. Andy's a little young, but they have the memories of these days. Eric and I went to they invited him to the Trump golf course there in Rancho Palos Verdes. It was a celebrity golf thing. And some of the people were there. I remember it. Rosie Greer was there. Eric didn't really know who he was, but he found out that he was a pretty big star back then, football star. And it was interesting. He would be in the center with all these people. All I knew is I wanted to find one of these celebrities that I had to watch how they teed off. Unfortunately, most of them teed off pretty good. I don't tee off very well. The ball usually pops to the left a little bit. So I waited, and I saw one of the guys that I could associate with he was from a prison movie. Eric knows who he is. And he hit the ball about 50 feet. And I thought, that's my kind of guy. I can golf with him. But through Eric, I met so many people. We I seemed to got along pretty well with, I met, I think it was at one of Eric's birthdays, and with the situation with the, in Africa, the machine gun preacher, Sam, I met, Peter Fonda and his friend there. Peter, I mean, I learned a lot of things from these people as we were talking about. He's a Harley guy, and he didn't really like Harleys. We had a luncheon with Richard Dreyfuss, and Richard was telling us about Hollywood experience, and so here I am. You know, you watch these people, and then here you are having a snack with them or something, and the list goes on and on with all these different people that I met. I thought was kind of interesting, and yet Eric didn't remember, like, because he wasn't even born when some of these people were in the movies, and yet I would be at wherever I was at, and who was sitting next to me is supposed to be somebody big, and I had no idea who they were. They're there. There's Rosie at the Rancho Palos Verdes situation there, and so Eric would
that was with
Union people, and
that was with Union Rescue Mission, Dad. So as you're telling your story, I'm trying to actually show
that. I saw that. That's really interesting.
From the background, yeah. But that was the Union Rescue Mission. Rosie Greer. Now you're talking about Richard Dreyfuss. I'm going to look for that one. Keep going. Keep telling the stories.
Yeah, Richard. Well, it was kind of interesting. I believe Ann Margaret was there, and another lady. In fact, I think it was Ann I was sitting at one of the tables with. Now, I didn't really know her, but I just sat down at this one table. And I bumped the table. It was just a little cocktail table. And she said something like, "Oh, be careful." And I said, "Oh, sorry about that." But I met a lady that was so nice. And yet I saw her. There's Richard. Yeah, Eric and Richard. And I don't know, Eric, if you could catch this one. I don't think you'll get this one, but she was the lady that was in, and this goes for you younger listeners, this is way out of your ballpark, but there was a movie called Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I was a fan of all that stuff, you know, the Mummy and the Dracula movies when I was a little kid. Shock theater. But I had a nice visit with her, nice talk with her. Margaret or something, I just don't remember her name, but she was in The Creature from the Black Lagoon. She was the lady that was the star in that. And I have a picture with her. I just don't remember her name. And the other one was the kind of the equal to, she was a child star. And boy, I'll tell you, I'm really sorry about the names. Shirley Temple, you take Shirley Temple and the other lady who was like Shirley Temple. And I don't know if she was in her, oh, wow, maybe her 90s or 80s or 90s. But Dr. Zuley had done the Family Film Awards, and Charlton Heston, and the list goes on and on with the people that were at that one. Bob Hope was on film there. And I just don't remember everybody else. Sandra Bullock, and so on and so forth. But anyway, Dick Clark and Dr. Zuley did this event. It was very successful. And so he revived it years later, and he wanted Eric to be part of it. There's Dr. Zuley there. We're doing a little interview. Boy, see, people like doing interviews with me. It makes them look much younger. I could do maybe a Boris Karloff scene in a movie. But anyway, he decided to do another award category in the Family Film Awards called a Parental Award. And he honored me with the first Parental Award. And I thought he was going to come out on stage with this little award, and he comes out. I could get it. It's in the other room, but I don't want to leave the film here. He comes out with this 4-foot tall award, and he is amazing. Dr. Zuley has got it's a goal for moral and ethical filming. There's another shot of us. And he's just totally obsession with keeping filming at a moral and ethical level. And he's been working on us, and we've met so many interesting people over the years through there he is. And there she is. That lady there. Anybody identify? I can't remember her name, but that was the lady. There's Dante, Dr. Zuley. But these tapes you're seeing, we have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these tapes, and I'm not exaggerating.
Her name was Margaret O'Brien.
Margaret O'Brien, yeah. And I was a fan when she was when she was in the films. I mean, I was pretty young at the time, but I enjoyed Shirley and Margaret. And that was back in 50, maybe 55. Maybe Pepper could tell us. But anyway, that's what that is. There's just been so many exciting experiences going through and when I mentioned these numbers, I could bring bags in right now full of the little tapes. You know, you guys remember the little tapes that go into the camera. We still have all the cameras. I'm looking at, and I'm in Eric's office here, and there's awards and accolades. He's got so many awards. And the cameras that we used over the years, the older cameras. Dr. Benton, he twisted me a little bit, got me back in shape. He knows what he's doing, I'll tell you. His accolades, he's got a 50-foot hallway full of degrees from all over. There's me complaining about my aches and pains. Anyway. There's Eric's pretty good at multitasking. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm a pretty good engineer. So this is kind of fun. You're telling the story, you're telling all this stuff, and we're finding all the stuff. Oh, there's Dr. Dante Sears. She's joined you, Dad, to say happy birthday. Hi, baby.
Hello, Dante. And Dante weathered the storm with me, got me through some of these times with the proper diet and some of the little herbs, and some of them were okay, and some of them didn't taste so good, but they're supposed to be good for you. But I want to say thank you to Dante. She's very knowledgeable with the health, and she's very knowledgeable in real estate stuff. I just had brokers. I said, look, if you would buy it and it's in a good location, I just was in a buying frenzy back then. I was just buying them all over the place. But you got to be careful when you do this stuff. I mean, I didn't anticipate weather. That's one of the things. I got the location was down, where it was building was, everything was on point, except I didn't look at are there hurricanes in these areas? So whatever. And it's attitude, guys. It's all attitude. You just, look at you younger people. Oh, I lost $30,000. Well, that's not a really big thing. When you're 65 and you lose 80% of what you worked for your whole life, that makes a dent. And we have to be careful after 65. We can't lose increments of hundreds of thousands of dollars because we may not have 40, 50 years to keep working on that stuff. So attitude is very important. What do we got here? Oh, then there's the gentleman. All right. And then Eric, if you go back a little bit, the gentleman that was from Earth, Wind, and Fire, he was there he is on the left. Okay, so there he is right there. Yeah. Now we're at the what was it, the Warner Brothers studio, and I should have got ready for this. I got a magazine. They put me on the cover of the Hollywood magazine thing, and they did a thing at Warner Brothers. I think it was Warner Brothers, where you pull up, and the building had my poster out there, the security people and that showed us where we walk into. But anyway, they had a carpet, and what was this? I'm not thinking of names, Eric. Who was it with the Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Sheldon Reynolds.
Sheldon, yeah. Sheldon's so cool. They asked if Sheldon and I could get a picture by my poster at the studio there. So the problem was Sheldon and I are standing there eating a breast of chicken. You know, we each had our little breast of chicken and we're talking, we're eating because everything was such a rush. We didn't have time to eat anywhere. So they said, can we get a picture? And then the camera people are there. I don't know if it was Wire or Getty, whoever, whatever the situation. And we looked at each other and we got this chicken. So when you see the picture of us, our hands are behind the poster because we're hiding our chicken. That's one little tiny story out of so many. We had so many hundreds of carpets. It's just amazing. And the people, like, hide your kids, hide your wife guy. I had, we were on a carpet. Eric had the most interesting man in the world. Again, I can't remember his name. We're standing there talking and interesting stories. It's interesting because you talk to some of these celebrities and the whole genre is different than what you portray on TV or in the movies. Regular people just, you know, trying to keep busy. And then I did our show. I don't know how many years it was with, if you remember, the Betty White's Off the Rockers with Retha Gray. Well, Retha and I had the Radio Boomers live show. And there's Frank and his wife, Frank Shankowitz. There's the Disabled American Veterans, there's Kate Linder. And that was at the American Legion. There's Andy McPhee. And there we are. Oh, that's a picture with, there's, you're going so fast, I can't keep up. But there's me in the hospital there. I had a lot of tubes there. But anyway, Eric is amazing. I don't know how he does this. Boy, when you walk in an office with Eric, his hands are moving so fast, and he's got multiple screens.
Do you want me to come on board here, and do you want me to help?
Yeah. You know, it's the memory thing.
Isn't it? But let me say this, Dad. Isn't it fun reminiscing about all these fun, exciting times in your life? You see all these.
What Eric has put together. I'm dumbfounded. I mean, what he's done and he keeps doing. And we meet with people that are. I'll give you one story. One guy called me up and he owned a lot of stuff. He's a pretty big business person. Owned some building in Beverly Hills. And he called me up and he said, I just want to say I enjoy waking up in the morning knowing I'm working with your son. He brings a new spirit to this whole business. And I've been in the business 50 years. And that makes me feel good. You know, there's so many comments about Eric and his spirit and it being faith-based. And we go to events and they come up to me and say, boy, I'll tell you, I've been to many, many events over the years, but Eric's events have a good spirit. And he developed the gold carpet. I've seen him take magazines that were, I'm not criticizing him, but, you know, they're a little rough around the edges. And he took somebody that was on the cover, maybe not a good light for a lot of people, and he changed that cover to be the president of Wells Fargo Financial. Rick Rosman was on the cover, and then he had the centerfold instead of a chopper biker with a girl in a bikini, which I'm not criticizing choppers. I love bikes, but he would transform that into, it was Kevin Sorbo, Hercules, with his story about his family. Kevin's a faith-based gentleman, very nice man. And these stories can go on and on forever. He's done so much. He's transferred so much, helped so many people. It's amazing. And the things I hear from people, but with these tapes and all the videos we've done in Hollywood, it is exciting. So many, you know, like I mentioned, Pepper, we've done 52 shows at Pepper's home. And every time we go there, it was exciting and interesting. And with John, and, you know, you turn around and John's on the guitar, the piano, whatever, he's Mr. Talent. And just the only thing Eric won't do is he's invited to Dubai, he's invited to London, Africa, India, many invitations to India and Europe, but he won't go. because he went to South America, or he went to Argentina to do the commercial, and it was a long flight. It's a long flight. It's a lot of transfers. He didn't speak the language, and he doesn't like sitting for long periods of time. So it wasn't easy. Sounds exciting, but then going to Europe, you're talking, that's a real long flight. So they offered to pay his airfare, first class, at a nice hotel, meals, all that kind of stuff. And people say, "Oh, you should go. You know, you're meeting all these important people." But he said, "We can do it from home." So it's a digital age, and he created this, all these programs with the awards. When we couldn't do the awards in person anymore, he everything was done. The people could come, the sponsors, the entertainment, and now he's doing another one coming up in December where it's literally going to be a health resort type place where you can go and they can have meetings, and they can have the presentations and entertainment and everything that you could do in person. He's going to have, and you could be there. You can come to the event and walk around. Your name will be there, and you can talk to other people and go to the lectures or the award ceremonies. It's pretty much like in person, only you don't have to buy the plane ticket and wait in the long lines. Anyway, Eric, there's so much stuff, for 20 years. It's been really exciting, and I'm very proud of what you've done. There you go. The virtual tour, you walk around and you get to go to all the different rooms, and you can actually do that. I mean, you can go down there, your name is there, you can walk around, go to the different rooms, see the people that are selling products, and there you got a little view. There's the ocean. And everything's going to be like it if it was, if you went there in person. I mean, you got the entertainment, everything.
So, Dad,
Eric,
listen. Get close to your phone so you can hear me. So, this has been amazing. You have so many people. Kat Oshman's on here saying happy birthday to you. Dr. Dante Sears,
amazing.
Bill Brown, Issa McKnight, Pepper J, Mac Africa, Kimberly Boynton.
Oh, Mac, I remember. Mac.
John Michael Ferrari, Jeffrey Sowers, just a lot of people are coming on here, making sure that they, Everett J. Smith, Mariana, Marianne, Sarah Coleman, Bruce Habitzul,
Big Bruce,
Daryl Bollinger. All these people are supporting you. They're all messaging. They're all watching, and
I could take each one of them one at a time and say so many great things about them. And it's the friendships. I was on the carpet with Kat not too long ago.
That would be fun. Let's do this. I'm going to mention each eZWay family member, and you talk about an experience you can remember with them. How about that?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we'll start with Kat Oshman.
We got Kat. Kat's she comes to our events, and she is so talented with her business, with the swimsuit wear and everything. And she's such a nice spirit. You can rule. I've always said you can rule the world with a smile. And some people, I don't know, they just, not only the business savvy, they have, the personality comes out, and that's what we have. And
So, Dad, here's what I'm going to do. I want you to watch the screen really carefully. I'm going to type in the name on the screen. And when you see their name, I want you to talk about an experience that you can remember with them. All right. We're going to talk about each eZWay family member. So watch the screen.
Yeah, there's just a lot of great memories. And then you see people, and then you go to the events and you just see people that, you may not have seen them in a couple of years. One thing you do realize is, wow, how fast the years go by, and then Kessa Kessa, she is so multi-talented, and she came to the birthday party at for Eric and Dante, and it was just amazing. We had, you know, people were walking around, and they got to meet all the celebrities from the motorcycle movie. Eric, you remember the Australian Annie McPhee? Yeah, Annie was there. Kessa was there. Patty, Kate Linder. So anyway, Kessa was, you know, she at the event afterwards. We met because we had a situation where after the carpet and everything was over, we had rooms for the people at the hotel, and they'd spend the night. And what was nice about it was they gave us the same room, the lounge. We kept our media wall up for the same group of people came back. We had a great breakfast, and there's Andy. Andy's so cool. And then Kessa and I met the next day. We had a beautiful breakfast there, and she was going down to Florida to do a big event, and she is very talented. My hat's off to her. And then Andy's traveling all over. He's a big star, but with a big heart. The guy's got a great personality. He's I say he's about as tall as me, and he'd say, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm taller than you are." But he's in the 6'4" category. Real nice guy, and he has no problem with taking his time and signing a autograph or getting a picture with somebody. Patty, our book lady, Patty Sadler, she came up to me and said, "Do you think can you introduce me to him?" And there she is, to Andy. And I said, "Sure." And we got Patty and Andy with a nice picture. But yeah, no, Andy's so cool. And it's fun. It's exciting because they get a kick out of it. It's one thing about Eric is you go to some of these events and there's so-and-so supposed to be there, or this person's supposed to be there. And a lot of times we go to different events. And one thing about Eric's event is when he says these celebrities are going to be there, the place has got the celebrities. I mean, they're there, and the people we know. And,
look at the screen. Look at the next name.
Solomon King. Oh yeah. We were with Solomon King last time at the Grauman's Chinese Theater. We were on the carpet there, and I was with Solomon was shooting, right, Eric?
Yes, he's the photographer.
Okay, Solomon was shooting. Solomon is a photographer with a lot of talent in business, and I was on the carpet with Catherine Pacino, and we're going to a movie premiere, and Solomon was shooting us. He was so on point. Every time you turn around, he's right there getting the shots. And Bill was there too. Catherine and Bill, and it was a great. We saw the. I forgot the film, but anyway, it was. These are some of the people when he puts them up there. Solomon's and then Dr. Dante Sears, talking about multi-talented. She's a very smart lady. I mean, she is. She looks like Cleopatra, and she not only knows about health, she knows the inner workings of the biology of the health, and it's so interesting. And she knows the real estate, and you could see the outfits that she has on there. And when she walks in, when she came into the Eric, I don't know if Eric was a little upset about this, but when she came in, it was a birthday for Eric and Dante. And when she walked in, Eric, she took the limelight there because all the cameras were around her, and she takes center stage. It's really interesting. Very talented, and she's been there's Catherine and Dante. Yeah, and that was at Eric. Wasn't that at the studio at Hollywood and Vine?
WOCBM Studios, yes.
Yeah, that was Hollywood and Vine studio, and Eric packed the place with I don't even remember all the names, but can you put a viral party hat on that?
Can you put a virtual party hat on,
Virtual
Dad?
party hat. You know what, Eric?
Hi, baby.
This happened so fast. I have a birthday sign. I could have had balloons, but you know, normally by this age, and I'm thinking some names, I won't mention them. Maybe I can mention, you know, there's some people, but you know, we kind of forget the birthdays after a while. I could ask a question out there. We got
look at the screen.
And then Johnny Vinokur. Well, I was saying there's a few of us that would just as soon put the birthdays aside. Johnny goes way back. Scott Bales, he was the co-star in Scott Bales at 46 and pregnant, or 41, I probably forgot. And Johnny is so amazing at off the cuff. I don't know how many times Johnny has been on carpets with us. And boy, I'll tell you, he can walk in and he'll say, he'll come to one of our events, might have no idea what's going on. You toss him the mic and say, Johnny, take over. And he'll just talk and just figure out what's going on. And he's so off the cuff. There he is. Quick wit, Mr. Quick Wit, Johnny Vinokur, Johnny V. And he's been on many stages with us. How many stages has Johnny been on with us, right? And then when Johnny and Eric get on the stage together, it's really exciting what they do. They have a little routine, and yeah. The problem, guys, is my brain sorting out because I'm thinking of all these people, all these times we have. We had a situation that and there's Johnny and Eric at the Operation Healthy Africa, which is another country they want Eric to go to. And we did an event. I think it was Beverly Hills, Eric. Do you remember when they had all the dignitaries from Africa? Remember, Eric? There's a little dance. And then Johnny does his little. They're good on stage. It's funny. And Johnny's been in the business. He's been in the business a long time, and he coaches, and he's in productions now, Netflix or whatever.
Yes, I do remember, but you got to remember, I'm trying to engineer. I'm trying to do a lot of things. Okay, so Dr. Dante Sears is really getting involved here, Dad. She says, I love the covert reading glasses, Dad. Hi, beautiful everyone. Kat Oshman in the bikini. The fabric of luxurious. Thank you, Queen. Gotta love Johnny V. Wow, they look like twins there. And hilarious, Johnny. All right, so we're gonna keep putting some people on the screen there for you, Dad, and I want you to keep.
Eric, do you remember the one in Africa? I mean, the one in Beverly Hills.
Operation Healthy Africa. Yeah, we raised them $100,000. I remember.
There was at least 20 Rolls Royces in the front lined up. But they didn't really want to come on the carpet in front of the media wall until we interviewed this one couple. He was some ambassador. Him and his wife got on. They were all dressed up to the hilt in these amazing outfits. And then after he got on, a couple more came over, and all of a sudden there's a line of the dignitaries getting in the interviews. And I've never seen so many amazing outfits. If you remember that one. And like I say, this is one here, one there. There are hundreds of red carpets, which Eric changed to gold for God, gold carpets.
Look at the screen, Dad.
There's, I don't know if you have any of the footage from the...
Dad, look at the screen. Look at the next name.
Okay, we have Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly is... where do I start? I'll start from the most recent. Okay, so Kimberly came down. If I'm going back to the age thing, which Pepper might not know, I relate to that because we did so many shows with Pepper. But Pepper's being a lady, she might not know this name, but John might. Archie Moore. Okay, Archie Moore. 10 years, light heavyweight champion of the world, broke all records. Archie started ABC Youth Foundation, which was transferred over to Billy Moore, his son. So we went down there and filmed the ABC Youth Foundation. Kimberly was there, and Kimberly and I and Eric, we got on the carpet and did our stuff. Kimberly is another multi-talented lady, and she's just part of the family, our little eZWay family. And well, I don't know if it's little anymore, but anyway, afterwards we went. I met the owner of a restaurant that was refurbished in Ramona. His name's Vito. Built this beautiful restaurant, and we all went there. They gave us a special table up in front. The gentleman on the stage announced Eric as Mr. Social Media Guy, and Kimberly was there with her son, or is that grandson? But anyway, they were dancing. Kimberly and I did a little dance. I showed her my dance routine, which I can show somebody. It takes me 15 seconds to take a total stranger, a lady, and teach her my dance routine. It'll take me 15 seconds to 20 seconds. I can show her my whole routine. Matt J. Doyle. Matt is such a strong supporter, and again, a multi-talented with the IMDb credits, and he's another gifted person in the real estate world. Finding a property, he can find it and sell it. He's got the listings, but Matt has supported us for so many years, and he's got his podcast that he does, and he's been on my show. He's been on Radio Boomers Live with Retha Gray and myself. I mentioned Retha with the Radio Boomers Live, and Matt's podcast. There it is. Okay, there's Matt and Eric on the carpet there. And how many interviews, huh?
Yeah, Matt is amazing, and Matt has been a longtime friend. Can you believe, for a friend and client for over 17, 18 years.
And mention Matt's podcast.
Yeah, so the Tap Interviews.
Tap
Interviews podcast. I'll put it here up on the screen here in a second.
Yeah, Matt is always one of these people that's always on point. He gets the interviews. He's got, I don't know how many interviews he's done by now. That's probably in the hundreds, if not more. But Matt and his amazing wife, they're quite a duo on the carpet. Matt's a great host, and he gets the right questions asked. That's for sure. Another one that's been around for quite a while, and there's Matt. I mean, there are so many good people, but you got to remember, guys, my head is spinning because this was kind of thrown on me really quick.
This is your special birthday broadcast, Dad. This is your special birthday broadcast where you get to hang out with the eZWay family. We get to tell stories about the eZWay family. I'll do two more. So anybody else that's comments,
we're talking 20 years, Eric, with probably thousands of videos and carpets that we've done. I don't know the exact number, but it's up there in the high hundreds, or I don't know how many. When you say thousands, that's a lot, but it definitely, we've done hundreds of carpets. And then I'm trying to think of all the names. And then
look at the screen. Talk about the next person, Dad. Look at the screen.
Oh, Jayra's. Oh God, Jayra's. She lives now in Las Vegas. Jayra goes way back with us, and she is, talking about people with good hearts. Another just sweet, you could say, gifted lady that has resilience. She's had her challenges, but she's the real deal for sure. And it's not about Jayra with Jayra, that's for sure. It's about other people. There she is. I think she's such a beautiful lady, and she and I send her pictures when I see somebody on TV. I said, "Here, this lady looks like you." But boy, the definition of Jayra nice Valenti is what I could say. I mean, there's some people that are just good people, the eyes, good eyes and the eyes of the lamps of the soul, right? And we have this group of people that we're so fortunate to be with, and they've been with us many years, just good people, the eZWay family inner circle. And it's nice, because these are personal friends now. And I look at Eric, you're showing the stuff. I mean, there's so many stories. There's Viva, and then you talk about, good Lord, all right, take what you're seeing here, multiply it by hundreds. There's Viva. Viva's such a talented lady. She sings, and we've had some, boy, they're popping in my head, and then they pop out, and I forget what I was going to say.
All right, so I'm not going to hold you up much longer, Dad. I know that you're losing steam here, but people are tuning in. They're loving. Oh, here's one to talk about. Look at the screen. Look at who's saying happy birthday.
Oh, Kimberly.
Kim Marie.
Kim Marie Petit. Kim. Wow. I met Kim. I don't know how many years ago, but all I know is the years go by fast.
Why don't you tell them the story of how we met Kim Marie with LaTip International?
Well, we were looking at business, and I said, well, I'll call somebody in business, and I just, you got to remember that you got AC Lyles with Paramount, and I could go on and on with these people, but I just called up LaTip, and I said, and I looked who the president of LaTip was, and I said, can you get Kim Marie on the phone for me? This is Jim. And usually you have to make appointments with the secretary, and maybe in a couple of weeks you might get an appointment with the secretary and maybe meet Kim. I don't know. So I asked if I could talk to Kim, and the secretary got me on the phone with her, and the rest is history. We met shortly after down in, I think, where was it? At Universal. We met and had a dinner with Kim Marie, and that was in Hollywood. I think it was at Universal, the Universal Hilton, or somewhere down there.
So let's backtrack a little bit, and let's tell all the audience, what LaTip International is. And who Kim Marie is as an entrepreneur. LaTip International is one of the largest business-to-business organizations with over 100 chapters worldwide, and it's created the most massive solution for networking with entrepreneurs and CEOs. And Kim Marie is the CEO and president, like the main person for that. And the fact you don't actually get to people like this when you just go on the internet, and you, Dad, you went on the internet. You went on the internet, and
no, actually, Eric, I just called.
Oh, you call? Okay, so yeah, tell the story on how. I mean, that's an interesting story, because how do you get to a mega mogul entrepreneur like Kim Marie to be able to do business? And now we're like friends of the family. We're really close with Kim, but the way that you went past the guard dogs, and people will be inspired on how they can go on the internet and be able to accomplish their own goals, to talk to mega CEOs. Mega CEOs are not untouchable, and you proved that.
No, I just simply call whoever. I'll say to Eric, well, who is this company? And they go, oh, you can't get a hold of them. You can't reach them. I said, well, if it's a company, you can reach them. And I look them up, and I say, how do you call them? And when you get the secretary, I said, from looking at Bob, who's the big CEO of some big corporation, I said, hey, I'll say, is Bob there? And they'll say, Bob so-and-so. I said, yeah, tell them this is Jim. And they go, oh, okay, hold on. And I just luck out sometimes. That's all. And with Kim, Kim, it just turned out to be a good friendship with Kim.
Kim is saying right now, it was because you were genuine. It's because you're genuine. I want to really touch on
yeah,
that. But
you have to remember, I can't sit there and say it's because I was genuine. It's very difficult to toot your horn. That's up to other people to put accolades like that on you. I don't want to say that. I just called. But with Kim, she is, when I say these people are multi-talented, there's a step beyond that. And like with Kim, she's just got such a good nature and just a nice person. And sometimes people have that badge of really a gifted person, because a lot of these people are presidents of corporations. They're founders of, like the Constant Contact.
Yeah, look at the screen. Look at the next person. Look at the screen.
You got Alex Stern. All right, now Jason Spann. Oh, good Lord. Jason's been with us for so long. And Jason is I call him the real deal. He's such a well-spoken person, young man. And a lot of these people they're young men and women. But Jason is, he's so gifted, and he's got such accolades, but he is the type of person like Eric who developed his own network type situation. And he's the type of person who could give you advice and on business, but it's such a long list that he has put together, and he's growing. And, at events and things we do, he goes inside. Like, for instance, if he built a home, he would be the person inside the house, making sure it's got, like Eric, the foundation is right, the different ways to connect and to build. Just Jason's amazing. And I'm not just saying that because he's with us. Jason and I have been to events together. It's so much, it's so much fun when people like, the people we work with, when they show up, it's like you're with family. Pepper goes way back, and Johnny goes way back, and and then we meet people along the way. And if I missed any names, guys, it's because well, it's like my nurse calls it chemo brain. You forget a lot of stuff. But I play Simon, and that helps. I'm working on boosting my memory.
So, Dad, this has been amazing. I'm glad that we were able to spend time with our eZWay family and celebrate your birthday with our eZWay family. A lot of people have said happy birthday to you. And remember, this is just the live broadcast. There's so many people that are going to be watching the recorded, the archive broadcast. So, in closing, what stands out the most to you that you want to talk about, whether it's your personal life, whether it's the eZWay family, whether anybody in particular you want to talk about? Just you let us know in closing what stands out the most to you, and what story can you remember, whatever you want to do in closing. And happy birthday from me. I love you so much, Dad. Happy birthday from me and the eZWay family. And we'll go ahead and close it out with that last question.
Well, what stands out is, and that brings back another memory, Eric, when you asked the gentleman from Rocky, you were on an interview with him. I don't know if it was Carpet, but the guy who fought Rocky. You said, "What stands out in your mind?" And he said, "Well, it's the latest movie and how it did." We could be on this literally for weeks, going back over memories and that. But all I could share is the main things would be, having a strong faith, believe in that faith, having a strong faith, no matter what your beliefs, keep that faith strong, and just stick with the ethics and the morals, because then you wind up with people that have a similar interest. And it's these friends that they're the gold mines as time goes on, we're all focused on God, but as the years go on, and you could turn around and say, you've got some friends. That's what's really, really cool. I'm not going to mention any names because I might leave out names, but we have a family and a group of people that will be with us while we're here. And the years go fast, guys. The years go fast.
That's why we call it the
eZWay, basically
family.
Keep the faith, and thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Dad. Happy birthday. That's why we call it the eZWay family. So
thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna let you get out of here now. Happy birthday from the eZWay family. Happy birthday from me. And guys, make sure you join us this evening at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be doing a very special Zoom. If you guys want to come in person and actually talk to my dad, celebrate a little digital birthday party, we'll be doing 7 p.m. Today on his actual birthday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just message me, email us, get in touch if you want that Zoom link, if you want to join my dad for his birthday digitally. Happy birthday again, Dad. We love you.
Thank you, guys. Thank everyone for coming on your Saturday. I love you all. This has been great, and I love meeting all of you.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing a lot of really cool broadcasts like this moving forward. Again, our platinum members, we're going to be doing interviews with them like this, just like you saw this interview. And we do have a mega event, which Kim Marie you saw will be involved with this. Kat Oshman, I mean, everybody you saw on the broadcast today will be involved with this amazing event. You saw the virtual avatars, the virtual world thing. We're going to be doing the awards. We're going to be doing a lot of real special things. It all happens and it all goes down. It all always happens on the eZWay Wall of Fame. So you want to make sure you go to the eZWay Wall of Fame and sign up for your free account. And then you get to hang out with the eZWay family. That's where it all goes down. That's what happens. You'll see it right there on the little scroll bar. Go to eZWayWall.com and create your account if you don't have one. We have the pitch party coming up. The eZWay pitch party is happening, and that allows you to pitch your purpose, pitch your project, pitch your project, your whatever you're doing, and then put it on the eZWay Wall of Fame. So the eZWay pitch party is going to be on August 11th, coming up here with Ron Klein and Arlene Klein, who's actually been married for over 63 years they've been married. He's the inventor on the magnet stripper on the credit card, MLS system for real estate, and so many other amazing inventions. It's going to be a really great broadcast. And so that's going to be yes.eZWayRSVP.com. If you want to go to that, yes.eZWayRSVP.com. My dad will be joining us. So yes.eZWayRSVP.com. And so make sure that you're following. So we're going to be doing a lot of live broadcasts like this, professionally done, and we also help you out there do podcasts, live streams, broadcasts like this that you're watching. If you like what you're watching, if you like what you've seen, we can help you do the exact same thing for your business, exact same thing for your clients, exact same thing for whatever you're doing. You don't even need a green screen. You don't even really need lighting. You don't really need it's going to be better if you do, but you don't need a whole lot of stuff. We do it all for you. So make sure that you contact us and you email us at eZWayNetwork@gmail.com if you're interested in doing a broadcast like this. We're going to be doing more of them. If you want to get interviewed by me or any of our eZWay experts, then contact us. Let us know. We do interview our platinum clients, our platinum members. We do interview them on professional broadcasts like this, or we offer a service to interview you and put it out. This goes out to eZWay Family's Facebook page. It goes to the eZWay Family group. Basically, all pages on Facebook. It goes out to YouTube. It goes out to our app, our eZWay network. It goes out to everywhere, and we have a good subscriber base. We have a lot of people. So if you want to get known, you want to get out there, you want to get your subscribers, you want to get your leads, you want to get support. We're going to be doing a lot more broadcasts like this to help you do that and show you how to do it. So stay tuned for our next broadcast. Again, guys, go to eZWayWall.com and sign up if you don't have an account. Stay tuned to see who the next person we will be interviewing is. We'll be doing a new broadcast I'll be putting out here soon called eZWay Back in the Day, compliments of Easy Talk Live. It'll be a special, and we're going to be showing you guys all. I mean, you guys saw a little bit today of some of the events we've done. We've done over 1,000 events with multiple celebrities, multiple situations. We've had thousands of people supporting us over the years, and we have well over 1,000 videos on YouTube that we've created, that we've done, that you guys don't even know about. Celebrities we've been with, behind the scenes we've been with so many things. I mean, we could do a movie, and so we're going to be putting out a lot of stuff and really showcasing and broadcasting. You can get a celebrity badge, you can get a gold badge, you can become a bestseller with us. I mean, there's so many different things, and we're gonna do these broadcasts slowly, one by one. Love you, Dad. Happy birthday again. But contact us if you're interested in doing something like this for your business, because we are here for you to do that. So thank you to all the eZWay family. Thank you to Kim Marie and Kat Oshman and my beautiful girlfriend, Dr. Dante Sears, my other half, and Bill Brown and Issa McKnight and Kimberly Boynton and all the people that that joined us today on this broadcast to say happy birthday to my dad. Please share the broadcast. Please press the share button. Please help spread the word. And we have an app that you can watch all of our broadcasts, the eZWay Family app. You can watch all the broadcasts that we do, as well as everywhere else that it goes. If you guys have any questions, I'm here. I'm an open book. Call us. If you have any questions, you need any help, call us. Text us. Best way to get a hold of us is 424-396-5774. Make sure you text us if you want to get a hold of us and you're interested in what we do. We also have a lot of awesome tools for your business and a whole bunch of great stuff to help your business, and they work out really well. So thank you for joining us, guys. Stay tuned for the next broadcast. This has been Easy Talk Live. We're doing it the easy way. We appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you guys at the end of this year. We're also looking for nominees, by the way, guys. If you have a membership, if you have a profile on our platform, we're looking to nominate speakers, business owners, women business owners, matchmakers, influencers, TV producers. We're looking to nominate people. We're looking to get all that done. We have so many things happening. It's pretty incredible. So I'm going to go to one last commercial break, and then we're going to go ahead and finish it up, guys. Stay tuned for the next broadcast. We love you guys for tuning in. Happy birthday again, Dad. We love you.
The BrainTap is a unique headset that combines light and sound frequencies with guided meditations. Dr. Patrick Porter, inventor of BrainTap and member of our faculty, has created 20 to 30-minute course reviews for many of our courses. Before starting a course or at any point before taking the exam, you can put on your BrainTap, close your eyes, and begin your course review. Brain tapping guides your mind from an awake reactionary mind into an intuitive creative state, then to a place where super learning and healing can occur, with the outcome being a heightened state of consciousness with crystal clear focus. Relax with scientifically proven techniques that create a symphony of brainwave activity, a feeling of calm focus that's just right for learning and productivity. Each session is designed with brainwave balance in mind. Some audio sessions have dual voice processing, which means you may hear two voices speaking at the same time. This technique is used for inspiring left and right brain balance.
Like what you heard? Call 424-209-9290 or text BRAIN to 55678. Thanks for watching eZWay Network, your network that helps you connect with the best. With over 40 TV shows, 7 networks, and 20 channels. Visit eZWayNetwork.com to learn more.